Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice one.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You are watching Lubed for November the 30th, 2022, as the Edmonton Oilers took on the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago, Illinois at the United Center. The score was 5-4 Edmonton. However, that score does not dictate the true story of the game. I thought the Edmonton Oilers, for the most part, controlled the game. In fact, by the end of the first period, they outshot the Blackhawks 14-6. And this you don't see very often out of the Edmonton Oilers this year, where they're out shooting their opponent in the first period. Usually it's the opponent out shooting the Edmonton Oilers. Once again, Hyman gets a goal turned back, as there was goaltender interference on this one. The other day he kicked it in, and that was turned back. The Blackhawks decided to pair up Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane for this game to see if they could muster up a little bit of success, as they have been struggling lately. But once again, they come up on the losing end against the Oilers. Some of the stats, because obviously this game, to be honest with you, didn't really have too many wow factors, so it was hard for me to do my X factor based on that. It was kind of a dry game. It didn't really have a lot of exciting chances until the third period, but in the third period it was just more or less loose play. It was sloppy play that was leading to that. So when I was digging through the stats to see what I could come up with, I came across something that alarmed me a little bit. And we know that this didn't bode well for Dave Tippett last year, as it led to his termination. But I'm starting to see Woody ride his big guns way too much again. I'm going to bring up the graphic right now. Here's the graphic. Draisaitl, 26 minutes, 13 seconds. McDavid, 27:06. And Darnell Nurse, nearly half the game at 29:08. This did not do very well, as a lot of his fourth-line players are getting 10 minutes. Nuge is kind of low there. Even Hyman's got kind of high numbers. But it didn't go very well for Dave Tippett last year. Led to his termination. I'm hoping Woody doesn't go in that direction, because it is kind of scaring me. We know that Woody had a lot of success because he was balancing out the lines a lot better, giving the fourth line opportunities. And I'll tell you what, Brad Malone tonight deserved more ice time than he was credited. He was definitely a factor tonight, and he's actually on my X Factors that I'll get into shortly. Right now, I'm going to get into the scoring summary from last night, as there was no scoring in the first period, and it all began 54 seconds in the second period with Leon Draisaitl getting his 14th from Darnell Nurse and Brett Kulik. It's 1-0. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets his 10th from Jesse Puljujarvi and Matthias Janmark. Matthias Janmark had a very good night as well. 2-0 Edmonton. And then at 14:33, Boris Tkachuk, no relation to the Tkachuks, got his first of the year from Jack Johnson and Mackenzie Entwistle. The second period ends 2-1 Edmonton. In the third period, the floodgates open with Connor McDavid getting his 18th of the year from Leon Draisaitl and Brett Kulik. 3-1 Edmonton. Matthias Janmark, you thought, closed the deal on this game. getting his first of the year from Nugent Hopkins and Bouchard. It is now 4-1 Edmonton. But wait, the Blackhawks decide to give the Oilers a bit of a fight as Max Domi gets a power play goal, making it 4-2, and literally 30 seconds later, Mackenzie Entwistle making it 4-3. This is the second game now that Stuart Skinner has let in 2 goals within a minute. The other one happened against the New Jersey Devils back in, I think it was late October or early November. But anyway, the second time that Skinner has done this, and a little concerning. But then Leon Draisaitl gets his 15th to make it 5-3, and then Max Domi tries to fight back at 18:49, getting another power play goal, but it ends off a 5-4 game. Leon Draisaitl with the game-winning goal, and he will also get one of my X Factor acknowledgements that I will do. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. Let's get into the X Factors for tonight.
They wanted. Rangers having trouble changing here. McDavid, beautiful move.
Okay, so this is a very unique X Factor because I am going to start putting some players in here that you probably would be surprised I'm actually throwing them in there. My first one is Brad Malone for 5 hits. Now, you're probably saying, oh, 5 hits, big deal. Well, first of all, the 5 hits that he had led the team in hits, and he did it only on 10 minutes and 30 seconds of ice time. Pretty good ice time use for him. Pretty good character role playing for him, doing what he's supposed to do for a fourth-line player. Yet Matthias Janmark, he had a pretty good night with 1 goal, 1 assist. I could have put McDavid on there too, because McDavid had a 2.9 as well. But McDavid, a 2.9 is almost a bad night for him. Matthias Janmark, a goal and assist is a very good night. So I give him the second one. And of course, the first one's got to go to Leon. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist. He had the game-winning goal. Again, Leon, just dynamite. So, yeah, there's your X Factors for tonight. Okay, so that brings us to the updated standings, as the Edmonton Oilers are now in 6th place in the Western Conference. They will take on the Minnesota Wild tomorrow night. And that I have to be concerned about because historically the Edmonton Oilers do not do very good against the Minnesota Wild. But we will see. I got to have faith in my boys, right? Got to have the faith. So we will see you tomorrow. I'm actually going to be doing pretty much a video once a day for the next, because tomorrow it's going to be the Minnesota Wild one. Then I got to do the weekly preview for next week. Then I got to do the Montreal game. So there's going to be pretty much a video once a day here for the next little while. Anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow as the Edmonton Oilers take on the Minnesota Wild. Hopefully they break that horrible trend and get a good win and make it 4 in a row, continue the streak. Until then, guys, stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. We will see you next time.
Bleeding from the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite, they feeling.